Alright, we're doing a little screencast here to try to um, iron out some wrinkles in posting the messages and stuff. And um, uh, we mentioned a few different things. So one is these turning points messages was a series, and instead of them all being here, they're sort of going off over here, as well as, like we can see in rebuilding the wall. There's rebuilding the wall, the first part. We click on that and we see a couple different sermon notes there, even though that this is the 15th message. And then, so on 3:15's message, we've got notes for 3:7 and 3:15. And then when we go to rebuilding the wall part 3, it's sort of in a separate one instead of underneath. So we mentioned we want to take part in that. Now I'm not going to edit this down too much because that's going to take more time, and I got a bunch of videos I got to do, so this might be a little bit meandering, but we'll see if we can't make some progress here and solve some of these issues. And so we'll see how that goes. I don't know why that keeps reloading over and over again. But okay, so we see the rebuild in the wall and duplicates. We see the turning point and that going over there. And then we also see that on all of these, we want to try to put pictures in them. So let's go ahead and dive in here. So we've got the Church Webworks open. And so let's start with just doing the pictures, because that'll be easy. And one of the things that I thought we should probably do just for the pictures is if you go into the account for OneDrive, which is where you go to download the original audio file, you can also go in here and find the notes, the slideshows for the sermons. So if we do files for this Sunday, then we've got this, and it says, "The God Who Sees Me." And so this is sort of the title slide right there. But you can go through these slides, and maybe there was one that was better, or maybe the title slide isn't there at the beginning, but this one is at the beginning. So I'm going to go ahead and click on this slide, and then I'm just going to click download, and so that's going to download slide 3. And then I'm going to go, I want to stay in here, go back to Church Webworks, go to Content and Manage Content. Go down and find the page that I want. The God Who Sees. And once we're in here, and I believe it's the God Who Sees You, so I'm just going to update this. The God Who Sees You. And then this size is supposed to be a 14 by 14. And remember, this is like each podcast page has the main page for the podcasts, and then you post specific podcasts underneath that. So this is the series one. Let's see if it'll let us use this for the picture here or not. So I did upload picture, and then I'm going to do add file. I'm going to go to my downloaded files and just grab this slide 3. Open. Start upload, but it's probably not the right dimension, so it probably won't work. Let's see. It's the wrong size. Please upload an image that's 14 by 14. Interesting. Well, just for fun, let's go ahead and edit that. So I'm going to go here, and this is my slide 3. So I'm going to click on that. Come on now, open for me. There we see. Let's see if I edit it, what it'll do for me. adjust size. We want pixels, and it wants it to be 1400 by 1400. So let's do the width, 1400 first, and then that locks to that. Let's just say OK. Let's see what that does for us. We want to change the size of the canvas is really what we want to do. So rather than do this in this preview program, I'm going to do it in one called Pixelmator. And you might find one that will allow you to adjust the canvas. Oh, actually, I think you're in Mac, so Pixelmator would work for you too. Let's go ahead and open these up in Finder. Open with Pixelmator. And now we're going to canvas size. We're going to do 14 by 14. See what that does. Yeah, so that didn't change the size of that. It just added some space above. And then we're going to be able to do File, Export. We'll do it as a JPEG. We'll do the best quality. And we'll do 1400 by 1400. Let's go ahead and I'm going to save it back to my downloads just to keep them together. Export. Okay, so now if we go back here, and it wants us to upload this image on this main page, add file, grab the 1400 by 1400 pixel one, start upload. It's done. It's already selected because I made this the width 1400. I don't have to do any more editing. There'll be some, if I didn't like it because of the extra white space, I could change it, but just for now, we're going to call that good. Yeah, that's not the best, but we're gonna call it good. So now we come down here to the individual series, and we're going to edit this. So I click on this title to be able to edit it. As we scroll down here, this is where we upload the image. So we're going to go add files, and this time we're just going to take the normal one without being resized. Click Start Upload. And that's more of a widescreen format, so that's going to fit perfect, and that'll look a lot better. So just to make sure we're seeing this, this is the default graphic that it puts on there, and when we change it, we're going to be able to see the picture. While we're in here, I know there's an A there since it's my name too. And then the date of the talk, we want that to be the date it was actually given, so we're going to make that on the 10th, 10 a.m. done. Display the download link. Yep, we got that. We don't have any slides. I think we're good to go. Let's see if there's anything else that, oh, here we go, edit sermon name, because it was the God who sees you. Save. I think we're good with our changes. It's active, that's good. Save page. So now if we come back here and update this, again, refresh, then it should show our changes. Well, it still says the God who sees me. Why did I say the God who sees you? Is that what I thought it was? Alright, it's the God who sees me. Make sure that matches at any rate. And now I changed to the God who sees you. Maybe I messed up before. Maybe it was right. I had something in my brain. But we'll make sure it matches. Let's go back here. Edit. The God who sees me. Am I crazy or was it a different way? Oh well. Alright. The God who sees me. Save. Go back here to the page. Refresh. Ah, look at that. Isn't that nice? So now under messages, says the God who sees me, which I'd like those to be capitalized. We'll check on that. The God who sees me. And then if we click on here, it says the God who sees me, the God who sees me, the date's fixed, the name's fixed, and we have a graphic. And we should be able to hit play.
Good morning, everyone.
Sounds like there's a little bit could be taken off the front of that, but at least it's up here.
My name's Denise Vaughn, and I'm actually going to be speaking this morning. Pastor Leaf asked me to speak.
All right. So that works. We're golden. So what I'll do is this one's done. We got this one figured out. I'll just go ahead and make little screencasts of each of the different ones. And that'll give us some repetition. It'll also make these so that they're not so crazy long. All right. So hopefully that was at least a little helpful. Oh, but before we go on, let's make sure we get this to be capitalized there just so it's consistent throughout the whole thing. Let's edit series name. The God who sees me. There we go. Save page. Come back to the actual website. Refresh. Yay. All right, that's the end of